Hello everyone and welcome to Silverstone and what I believe is the first ever GB3, GB4 Paddock show. We had our round 4 races cancelled unfortunately this morning for the GB3 and GB4 championships. News will be delivered on social media and the websites as to what's going to happen with those shortly. The round 5 races, on what's going to happen to the round 5 races. Round 6 will be coming up later, Piers Pryor. I'm your host Chris McCarthy, but we thought we'd come down to the Paddock. It's absolutely buzzing down here and have a little walk round.
Yeah, I mean, I went to bed last night and it was April, and I woke up this morning and it's January. So it's freezing, it's raining, we've already raced a couple of races, but that hasn't dampened the spirits. The Silverstone 500 is on today for British GT. Plenty of people around the paddock, fans of GB3, 4 and British GT alike, and let's also see if we can grab a word with some of the drivers and personnel around.
Well, the drivers have all come out to do autographs, pictures with the fans, as you can see. Elite Motorsport is the first one we come to, and you can see their drivers are currently out giving autographs to the drivers and young fans of the GB3 and GB4 championship. We're getting some group photos done now, and this is fantastic atmosphere as we build up to round 6. We are here supporting the Silverstone 500, Piers. It's one of the biggest races here in the UK calendar, so we always have a big atmosphere here, and it's great to see such a big crowd in. We'll see if we can dive in and grab a word with one of the elite drivers in. I'll let you go in, Piers, and see if you can grab a quick word.
Guys, we're walking around getting in a few interviews here. It's a pretty cool crowd today, right?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Very good, and you had a few interviews signing. I can see your cards there. Who's been the most popular so far?
Well, I think I'm the only one that has some cards out, so I think, yeah, it's just me really that's got some cards. But yeah, it's good to see so many people out. Obviously, unfortunately, our race got cancelled this morning, but it's good to see all the people, at least having a good time.
Well, guys, we're going to move on down. Thank you very much. We've got all GB3 and GB4 drivers here for Elite Motorsport. Great to see all of them out. Good luck this afternoon. Hopefully, we'll go racing.
We've got plenty of fans as well. Are we all enjoying the racing, guys? We all enjoying it so far? Double thumbs up, good stuff. We're supporting Elite Motorsport over there, great stuff. Okay, let's keep moving. Elite Motorsport fans, good stuff, guys, good stuff. Yeah, perfect. All right, let's keep moving, shall we? That's Elite Motorsport. Good weekend for them so far. I mean, Cresswell on the podium for them in GB3, Piers. So great start to the weekend for them.
Yeah, good start for them, and also they've been quick in GB4 as well, of course, with Finn Harrison getting on pole position and Alicia managing to get a podium in yesterday's race. Unfortunately, Finn just finished outside the top 3, but yeah, they're looking quick. They've always been quick around here, especially in GB3, and I think Mackenzie will be looking to do well in his championship because I think he's up to 2nd place, I believe, or 3rd. No, he's not. He's in the got 2nd place yesterday, and he's going to be trying for the championship this season.
Piers, if you want to go back to the days you used to give autographs, you can jump in because Roden Motorsport are going to be back soon. But let's talk a little bit about their drivers. Arthur Rogion had that stall in the grid, unfortunately. Louis Sharp still leads the championship. Superb for him, putting points on the board yesterday. It was a difficult race yesterday, wasn't it, in conditions, but still put some great points on the board.
Yeah, Louis Sharp, of course, came away as championship leader after the first 3 races at Alton Park, and then we moved into yesterday's race. Not the best qualifying, I think, by his standards. I think it was at 6th or 7th, but managed to bring it back to 4th place on the road. And a good fight between him and his teammate Ugo Ugachukwu, who's actually still 2nd in the championship. So a Roden Motorsport 1-2 as it stands. Yeah, very good results for them. And Arthur, he's shown good pace at different points. Hasn't quite put the weekends together quite yet, and that jump start didn't help him in round number 4 of yesterday. But hey, I'm sure they'll all be up the front of the field for the rest of the season, no doubt.
Follow us, guys, follow us. Ben, we're going to go down to High-Tech GP next. So Louis Sharp and Ugo Ugachukwu 1 and 2 in the championship so far. We come to High-Tech GP next. We've got Will McIntyre, Timek Kaharczyk, who got his first win yesterday. Gerard Shee currently signing some autographs down here for some fans. We'll grab a quick word with you, shall we? On the podium again yesterday, 2 for the season so far. How are you enjoying the atmosphere of Silverstone?
Yeah, it's great. I mean, it'd be a lot better if it was sunny, wouldn't it? But no, got a lot of time to kill, so it's nice to see all the fans. Yeah.
Great atmosphere, a great podium, and great points on the board so far this season.
Yeah, I mean, it's gone a lot better than expected, to be honest. I think obviously first year in the car, already got 2 podiums, and qualifying inside the top 5 was really cool yesterday. So yeah, super happy with how it's gone.
Let's go over to Piers then, who's with Timek and Gerard.
And yeah, of course, I thought I might as well grab a word with our pole sitter, or would have been pole sitter for race number 2 this weekend. Unfortunately, the race is... Sorry? You would have been pole, wouldn't you?
But the grid is from race 2.
Oh, is it? Has it been confirmed? I didn't even know that. Has it been confirmed?
Yeah, I believe so.
So there you go. Well, it's a good weekend so far this weekend. You know, what do you reckon the pace advantage has been this weekend? You know, you've taken a step forward even from Alton Park as a team, because you were 1, 2, 4, 1. Anyway, 3 of you in the top 4. I can't remember the order after qualifying.
We were actually a bit surprised with our performance in quali because I'm not gonna lie, we struggled a bit in a testing here, but we also knew like the pace was there. We just had to put everything together, and so we did. I think the conditions helped us a bit. We just got the car spot on for quali, and then, you know, but in a race we were super quick as well, all 3 of us. So yeah, I think it's been a great weekend. Happy to put everything together, and then, you know, we can all celebrate as a team.
And Gerard, just grab you in for a sec as well. Thanks, Timek. It's good to see. Hopefully see you go racing again. Gerard, a good weekend for yourself as well. You had a couple of overtakes in that last race as well, so clearly the pace was coming on well at the end.
Yeah, at the start just sort of managing, and also lost the place to Ugo, but it's good to get back on the start of the last lap. So it's a good weekend overall for all of us. We're pretty fast. So
have you been signing many autographs in the autograph session?
Yeah, the fan is incredible here. So yeah, you really enjoy it.
Brilliant. Well, Gerard, we'll see how you get on this afternoon as well. Let's walk on down. We've got Chris who's actually managed to grab another one of our drivers.
Yep, well, John Bennett. So we'll walk and talk. Ben, come on. Yep, there we go. We're going to do a walk and talk with John. How we enjoyed a very busy paddock now. It's buzzing down here, isn't it? We've got some time to kill, but good atmosphere.
Yeah, good atmosphere despite the rain. But yeah, looking forward to racing later. Obviously quite a long wait now that the first race got cancelled. But yeah, good atmosphere. Can't wait to get out.
Well, how do we enjoy the wet conditions?
Yeah, I love them. I mean, one last time out at Alton in the rain. So yeah, I can't wait to get back out. Not sure if it will be dry by the time we race at near enough 4 p.m. But yeah, see closer to the time what it's like, and go from there.
And how is it when you've got some time to kill as a driver? Is it just going through more data, going through footage?
Yeah. I mean, we've gone back through everything over yesterday, but there's only so much you can do. Just a lot of waiting really, and yeah, just trying to find ways to kill time. So yeah.
John, I think you should go and sign some autographs now, because we've got Chris Dittman Racing doing that over there, and Piers is over there.
Yeah, we're over down at Chris Dittman Racing now. Of course, 3 Chris Dittman Racing cars in GB3 this weekend. We've got Flynn Jacks, of course, Martinius Stenshorn and Seb Murray. Flynn, just talk to us about the weekend so far. It's been pretty tricky conditions, even when it has been dry.
Yeah, it's been tricky conditions, obviously, going to like our first big circuit, you know, because we were at Alton before, just learning everything. It's been a really fun experience so far.
And also, Martinius, you're joining us for this weekend. You haven't sampled the GB3 car up until this weekend, but a solid top 10 result in that last one. You must be pretty happy with that.
Yeah, I think it was a good race. Started a bit further back than we wanted, but yeah, in general the race was pretty good, and the pace is strong.
And just, you know, what brings you to the GB3 Championship this weekend? Normally you're an F3, you know, you're a race winner in F3 as well. So, you know, why are you here? Experience for the circuit, I assume?
Yeah, just to learn the track mainly, and of course also have some fun, but yeah, mainly to learn the track, as there's not so much track time in F3.
Yeah. And also Seb, at the end I'll just wander on through so I can grab a word down here. Seb, tricky conditions this weekend. We unfortunately lost the race earlier on. Would you prefer it to be dry later on or wet, or do you think it's almost certainly going to stay wet?
Yeah, honestly I think it's going to stay wet, and I'm hoping for that, to be honest, because I've managed to beat it in quali, so I'm starting towards the back of the grid. But yeah, looking forward to the race, but we're going to see what the conditions are like, but it's not looking like it's going to dry off anytime soon.
Yeah, I don't think it is either. But anyway, great to chat to us, guys. Thanks very much for your time. Hopefully you have signed some more autographs. You know, you've big shots around here. Plenty of people looking for some autographs. Chris McCarthy.
Hello. Yes, come and join me over at Fox Motorsport, where we're going to speak to Megan Bruce and Brandon Templeton. If he's around, we'll speak to Megan Bruce. How are we doing?
Good, thank you. How are you?
It's a bit cold, isn't it? But so we'll hide inside for a bit. But enjoying the atmosphere of Silverstone, enjoying the circuit.
Yeah, it's really good fun. It's a shame that today's cancelled for race 2, but yeah, looking forward to race 3 hopefully.
Yeah, and good racing yesterday as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was good fun. It was a lot of learning and just hopefully get out today.
Yeah, hopefully we will, Brandon. Hoping for, of course, we get that race later. Silverstone GP, been good fun?
Yeah, it's been good fun. We've struggled a little bit with pace, but we're getting there.
We didn't do ourselves any favours with qualifying. Obviously, we had came 13th in qualifying. We didn't do ourselves any favours. Took a gamble, it didn't work out for us. But we had a good race. Came 8th in the first one, so up 5 positions, which was good. And yeah, just looking forward to hopefully getting out this afternoon.
And I've asked a lot of the drivers this. I'll ask you both quickly. Watching drivers race around the Grand Prix circuit and then racing it yourself, how is that as an experience?
Yeah, it's really cool. When you think you're like racing the same track that like Lewis Hamilton's been on and stuff, it's quite cool. It doesn't really sink in, to be honest with you, but yeah, it's cool.
Same for you, Megan?
Yeah, it's really cool. I came in like 21 to watch it, and just now that you can race around it, it's really cool.
Well, get ready, we've got a lot of fans coming down. Let's move over then to JHR. Piers Pryor, over to you.
Yeah, well, I mean, we've already spoken to John Bennett, so John, Chris has spoken to you. Why don't we go over with Josh, of course. Josh, you had a very strong qualifying. Talk to us about, of course, you're new to the championship this year. You're still learning a lot, but you know, when everything goes well, you can be right up there.
Yeah, I've always felt like I've been struggling with wet around here, especially like it's obviously I won the race in the British F4 around here, so I have a confidence to take with me into quali. Still didn't maximise my result. Should have been around top 3, but yeah, it is what it is. P7's a good end up. I was supposed to have 2 P6 race starts for today. Race yesterday, I struggled a little bit of a dry. Still didn't find my feet first few laps, and then after that it's pretty hard to overtake. But yeah, it is what it is. I think hopefully if it's wet for the last race, I should be able to make some good position up from P6. I was supposed to start P6 for the reverse grid as well, but we'll see that at the next Silverstone hopefully. But yeah, hopefully it gives me a time obviously as a first year to develop as a driver, so by the time the second race actually does happen, I'll be able to get a better result out of it.
And you're settling in well with the team, they're helping you a lot?
Yeah, they're great, especially for driver development. I mean, drivers are a big part of this championship, and it's a really competitive field this year, like one of the most competitive I've seen. Obviously last year was big as well, and I think that's just grown even more for this year. I came out with like a good year in F4 last year as well, so yeah. But I think the standard's pretty high in this championship, and that makes it good for me because that means I can develop earlier. Obviously I'm the youngest one in it. Well, that's racing. I think Nikita, when he comes in next round, he will be. But yeah, it's a challenge, and I like that challenge, and I feel like I can do well.
Brilliant. Well, Josh, good luck in the race, and I'm going to grab a word with your teammate, Pat Hoytson-Roeder, if I can. Pat, so you can't run away from me that easily. We chatted to you last time out, of course, with your mentor, what would I say? Yeah, coach, mentor?
Yeah, mentor, yeah, David Brabham.
Yeah, of course. But let's talk about this weekend. It's been so hard with the conditions being cold, and then it's wet, and then it's dry, and then it was like weird greasy conditions for quali. It was like dry but on wets, wasn't it, almost?
Yeah, I mean, everyone keeps telling me that the UK weather is going to improve, but I'm yet to believe them since the start of last year. Yeah. But yeah, like you said, quali was an interesting one. It was like wet, not fully wet, no spray, hard to tell where the wet and dry parts were on the track. And then dried up for race 1 yesterday, which was nice. Felt like I raced pretty well. And then a shame about the weather this morning, because it would have been good to get the reverse grid race in, but now that they've rescheduled that to July, so we'll have a crack at race 2 this afternoon.
But it was probably the right decision. It was properly wet out there, and these cars really don't do well in with a lot of standing water around, which looked like there was. But let's talk about that race you had earlier on. Look, you were in a bit of a nice little battle there, making a few positions up. It was a good battle between about 4 or 5 of you.
Yeah, it was really good actually. I felt nice and racy. I got a good start just behind John, and then it was sort of like 4 or 5 of us in a bit of a train. But I guess the difference between Silverstone and Alton is you can sort of change your lines to get out of wash and dirty air, and then really make a race of it. So that was good fun.
Yeah, and these cars really suit Silverstone, don't they?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think they suit the F1 circuits more so.
We've got good news for that, because we've got quite a few this year. But anyway, Pat, thanks for chatting to us. We're going to move on, so good luck in the race later on. Where is Chris McCarthy?
Hello, I'm down here at Graham Brunton Racing. Come and join me. We've got autographs going on with our Canadian pair, and our new Dutch driver, Maya Dionnerine Basvisser, is down here as well, and Callum Baxter. Let's have a chat. Basvisser coming round to me in a hurry. How are we doing? How are we enjoying our first race in a car, single-seater car, of course, straight up from rental karting? How are we enjoying it?
I'm enjoying it really well. Actually, yeah, just yesterday with a good qualifying for the first time in a car. And just a good race, first race, so it goes well.
Good stuff. And looking forward to getting out later?
Yeah, for sure. It's not a shame that we're not driving for the second race, but let's get to race 3.
Welcome to single-seater racing. There can be a lot of waiting around. Let's go inside. Follow me. We're going to have a little look. Are we okay to step? Thank you. Step in. Maya, This is cool. We're meeting plenty of fans, and I see we're showing some fans around the cars over here. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, I am. I'm just showing them what the cars look like, how it is to actually sit inside the car, and what it kind of feels like. For me, it's quite spacious. I'm a small driver, but talking to my teammates, they're a lot taller than me, and they're finding that the cars are tight. I'm a little bit surprised by that, but no, I'm having fun here. Unfortunately, the second race got canceled due to weather. Actually, I'm not sure if it was due to the spray or the puddles on the track, but definitely looking forward to doing race 3.
You can see that's going on over there now. I'm not going to ask to sit in the car myself, Mia, but could you very quickly give us a similar experience, maybe with a steering wheel or something like that, very quickly?
I can. So basically,
Let's can we take that out and very quickly let's because I know some fans would have loved to have got here but maybe couldn't. So why don't you quickly show us?
So we have 4 buttons on the steering wheel. The first one is our pit limiter button. We hold that down in the pit lane and it sets us at a certain speed, just like cruise control on a normal car. This is our first gear button, so we hold it down, we click the upshift paddle, and it goes to first. To get into neutral, it's both paddles at the same time. And then in the car, we have a reverse button. Then this is the menu button. So on the menu, on the standard menu, it shows you your gear, your tire, your water temperature, your water pressure, oil temperature and pressure. And basically, we can hit the menu button to switch displays to show us our brake bias and some other things we need. Then on the top we have our shift lights, which shows us what time to shift at. I kind of just listen to what the car says and when to shift, but it's not a very complicated steering wheel, but this is what we use when we're in the car.
And you can see it's quite congested in there, isn't it? But you've got everything you need in there. But absolutely fantastic. Thank you very much for doing that, Mayor. Great experience for us, and we've got fans experiencing getting in the car. Are we enjoying it, guys? First time sitting in a car for yourself? We'll see if we can step over. Was it your first time getting in the car?
Yeah, that was my first time in the car. It was really cool.
Would you like to get in one yourself and race one day?
Definitely, yeah. I've been doing go-karting, so I did in Northern Ireland, and it's one day I'd love to be racing here myself.
Fans of Graham Brunton Racing, I imagine now. We're going to be cheering for them later?
Yeah, definitely. Good, so.
Well, best of luck go-karting in Northern Ireland, and we hope to see you in the paddock one day.
Yeah, hopefully.
What's your name?
I'm Liam Hagan, so I am.
And what class do you race?
I race in Intermax.
Good stuff. Good stuff. And who are you with here as well?
This is my younger brother, Austin. He's 7, and yeah.
And do you race as well?
No.
You're going to race soon, though? Maybe. Well, best of luck, you two, and we will see you again soon. Let's keep going. I think Piers is. Thank you very much, Mayor. Thank you to Callum Baxter as well, who did that for the. Thank you, Callum. That's absolutely fantastic. We must move on though, because time. And thanks to the team, Graham Brunton Racing as well. I think Piers is ready. He's over there. Let's go to him next.
I'm over at Hillspeed, and Hillspeed, of course, in GB3 has Adi Kulkarni, but this weekend has gained Marcus Lizio in a sort of roundabout fashion. Still Lizio.com, still a privateer entry, but great to have the help from Hillspeed this weekend. We heard from Max Maserati, who's helping coach you guys. But Marcus, clearly whatever's you've been chatting about has been working. 11th to P3. What a drive.
Yeah, no, that first race was really good. Yeah, I got a good launch and then just picked everyone off one by one. And yeah, couldn't thank Hillspeed for all the various bits and bobs they've done so far, and Max Maserati for all the coaching he's done this weekend. You know, it's good to be with them this weekend. However, from further on, I don't think we'll be with them, because I think when GB3s are racing in Spa and Hungaroring and Zandvoort, there's other GB4 events going on, so they won't be with us, and we'll be back to Lizio.com. So yeah, no, this weekend just shows what we can do when it's all perfect. So yeah, no, it's been really good so far.
A big learning curve, I'm sure, because of course, you know, you and your dad and a few extra hands, and you know, you're learning a lot about the car and the championship, while also you're learning how to drive it as well. And Adi, let's jump in and grab a word with yourself. Adi, it's been a tricky weekend this weekend, of course, with the changeable conditions. Just talk to us about the weekend from your perspective.
It's been tough going into Silverstone without doing any testing. So I think Hillspeed have really helped me a lot, especially Max with the coaching, getting up to speed really quickly. So it's been quite good going into qualifying. However, we're still lacking a bit of pace, which we're going to try and fight in the next couple of sessions or wet race weekends.
Amazing, and it looks like if we get a couple more races today, or a race in each GB3 and 4, it's probably going to be wet again. Does that help or hinder you guys, do you reckon?
Well, I've never done a test day in the wet. Well, I mean, I've only ever done one test day, and that was in the dry. So, yeah, it should be okay. I mean, we had one wet session in quali, and that was my first time out in the wet. So yeah, no, it should be quite fun. Just wait and see what the result is. Hopefully we can replicate what happened yesterday, but it'll be tough to.
Hopefully so. Guys, thank you so much for chatting to us. So we'll leave you to your afternoon of signing autographs and, you know, being the famous racing drivers that you are. Let's move on down and grab a word with Chris, who's at the Fortec awning.
Hello, welcome to Fortec Motorsport, where I think Christian Mansell's hiding. We'll speak to you in a sec. Let's speak to the drivers first of all. The current drivers. Well, Christian, we will speak to you in a sec. We did a quick interview. Stay there. James, welcome to the UK. We had the traditional weather for you.
Yeah, I think I've experienced all of it this weekend, from wet to dry, and now cancelled race 2 because of the weather. So welcome to the UK, exactly.
And how are we enjoying the paddock overall? We got a good atmosphere around. You can see you're out meeting some fans, enjoying the car.
Yeah, for sure. Like, I feel like it's a really good championship. Starting in F3, like, you have to, let's say, learn from different things before heading to FA F3. So it's good to meet some different people, especially me being in Europe for so long. I've never experienced outside of Europe, so it's good to experience something new this weekend.
When you've done a few weeks in the Middle East building up over the winter, it's just not quite the same weather.
No, exactly. You spend 3 months in the hot conditions, go to pre-season testing in the winter. It's a big step.
Well, I imagine you guys obviously just come from 2 days at Hockenheim as well, straight into this, so 5 days in the car straight.
Yeah, it's been 5 days for me. We did 2 days in Hockenheim, did a lot of testing and a lot of laps. Last afternoon was the only dry session we had, so we did 4 hours basically in the car before coming here. So it's been a big week for me, but now we start racing in a couple of weeks as well.
Good stuff. Let's move on. Guys, how are we doing? Let's come down. Yes? No, we'll go one at a time. How are we doing so far? How are we enjoying the weekend so far?
Not the best start. Struggling in qualifying. I think mainly me just making a couple of mistakes with track limits and stuff, which, yeah, it hasn't been to my advantage. But, yeah, slightly messed up in quali, then just put us on the back foot for the races. So, yeah, I've just been fighting back in the races. Had really good pace right at the start, and I think all 3 of us did at the start, but then we just all fell off a bit with a bit of understeer, so it's something for us to work on as a team, which I think we will leading into Spa. So yeah, and then looking towards obviously the next race, hopefully it goes ahead. Yeah, I think we have really good wet pace as a team, so yeah, hopefully it should be a good race.
You need to tell Christian Mansell to move. He's currently blocking the heater. You picked the best chair for the heater.
I know, I did. It's on purpose. I gotta say, nice and toasty. Bloody cold out here, and we have a long way to go until the next race. So yeah, might as well.
Have a good weekend otherwise, Colin.
All right. You know, we're constantly learning. As Ed said, we have really good wet pace. I think we're gonna have a really good next race. But yeah, I mean, qualifying could have been a lot better for me and all 3 of us. Just didn't maximize our my performance, and race 1 I would say the same. But live and learn, and I'm just excited to move on and just keep learning, keep growing, and making places up.
Good stuff. Right, we're going to walk and talk with Christian Mansell, FIA Formula 3 driver. How are we doing? Can we steal you for a sec? Can we steal you from the heater?
Oh, it's
you
so
can.
nice.
You can come back. All right, let's go. We're going to walk to Piers Pryor. How does it feel to be back in the paddock?
Always nice. I like it here. It's a bit colder than I would have liked, but there's worse things to be done.
Yeah. I mean, of course, you did very well in this paddock, doing very well in Formula 3 at the moment. Looking forward to the rest of the season?
No, of course. I mean, I love what I'm doing at the moment, and I think it's also important to just keep my head to the ground, and obviously trying to, keep having success in F3, and fingers crossed we can make moves up into Formula 2.
You're doing a great job with ART, and it all gets going very soon now again, doesn't it?
Very, very soon. Imola in just a bit over 2 weeks, and hopefully we can race there this time. We got rained out last time, so looking forward to getting back in the saddle. And yeah, I always really like driving the ART car in the rain, and I'm not too fussed if it's dry or wet.
Speaking of, we'll let you get back to the heater now. I'm going to hand to Piers Pryor next, who's going to take us to Arden.
Yeah, sure. Well, why don't we head over to the Arden VRD awning, because we've got 3 of our wonderful GB3 drivers here. Sean Rashid, of course, James Headley and Noah Ping. Sean, talk to us about your weekend so far. It's been tricky.
Yeah, it's been difficult. I think going from testing Thursday, Friday being completely dry, and then going into the mixed conditions and qualifying was really tough. Yeah, I wasn't driving that well, but I think we also kind of got some pressures wrong, made it really difficult really early on in qualifying. So, yeah, I mean, at least the race that got cancelled was the one where we were at the back. So.
So yeah, you've got an opportunity to have a good result in the next one, I suppose. It's probably going to be wet, even though it hasn't rained for a while. Let's move over to James Headley. James, we were just chatting off camera about your horrendous tyre degradation that we pointed out. Is that just something with the conditions and the way that the tyres are?
Yeah, obviously pressures have an effect with that. People will be running different pressures. Some teams looked alright, some teams look worse than others, but I have to say everyone got some. Yeah. So, you know, obviously I think as Cresswell said yesterday, like Collie was wet, so we just had to go straight out on fresh tyres, which, you know, never happens. So like you literally, it's heart destroying to watch it because you're warming up and you're fighting to warm up the tyres, but you know you're also killing the tyre at the same time. So yeah, I mean, if it was a longer race, then you wouldn't have been so aggressive, but because the race was only 20 minutes, we would have thought it'd be alright. But obviously, it still kind of worked out for me. I lost one position from it, but yeah, it's the best of it we could have done.
Not too bad at all, and I'm going to just switch to the other side so we can grab a word with Noah Ping. Also, we were chatting about the fact that back home at Atlanta, Georgia, where you and Sean are from, it's what, 19 degrees, probably sunny, and it's only 6 a.m. Whereas it's currently it's only middle of the day and about 4 degrees, and I'm shivering.
Yeah, exactly. It's a bit nicer at home. Try not to look at that. We try to focus on what we have ahead. We got one more race, maybe two, if they can move the timetables around. But we're just gonna get the maximum out of this weekend. We didn't have astonishing quali this weekend as well, so we got a lot of work to do when I get home, but yeah, just get the maximum amount of points and eyes forward at Spa for sure.
Absolutely, and we've got the European wing coming up, so we'll look forward to seeing how you guys get on at that, because I know that your car was fast there last year, so good luck on that. We'll move around to find Chris McCarthy, who I've completely lost, back this way. Oh, here we go, there he is.
Hello, we're going to walk and talk to Fortec with this man here, Freddie Coates. Freddie, it's your last race.
Yeah, it's my last race of the GB3 and GB4 championships. I'm moving on to, I'm not going to say bigger and better things, to different things. It's a feeder series for drivers and for team members because I'm going to Alpine F1 team in the comms team.
On behalf of the whole championship, of course, we're getting to the end of the show. On behalf of everyone in the championship, all the viewers, thank you for what you've done. You've been with us for 2 years, I think. All the hard work you put in. Thank you for what you've done, and good luck at Alpine. It's been fantastic to have you. We're going to miss you.
Thank you, Chris. I'm going to miss everything as well. It's a brilliant championship. They're absolutely great, and the drivers are fantastic. I can't wait to see what they all do. Thank you.
Stop putting my arm around you now because you were trying to run away. Right, let's go. There we can see more of the Fortec guys with the trophy out. How are we doing, guys? All good?
Yeah, bit boring because there's no race, but yeah, we should have one this afternoon, which will be exciting. Yeah.
Are we going to add to the trophy? Said trophy that we've got out?
Well, that's the goal. So, I mean, next autograph session we might have one each. That's what we're going to aim for. So.
Let's come out quickly, because we are coming to the end of our show. Enjoying the atmosphere. Like, we've got a lot of people coming through. Are we enjoying that?
Yeah. We're just trying to get some full silverware, so we used the trophy too.
A hell of a race yesterday, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Some battle. Did we get a chance to watch it back?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I think so. We'll take that as an answer. Thank you. Are we enjoying the race, guys? Enjoying the racing? Yeah, enjoying it. Give it thumbs up. Yes, thank you. Piers, let's go to Kevin Mills next.
Kevin Mills, yes, of course, the last team in the row. We've got Harry Burgoyne and Brandon McCacken. Why don't you guys take a seat? We can do a chilled interview here. Sit down. Brandon, of course, a very, very good start to your season last time out at Alton Park. You carried it on with some good pace in the race yesterday, but unfortunately a little stall.
Yeah, good start at Alton. Not a good start yesterday. Stalled, ended up far off the grid, but had great pace. Made about 10 overtakes, I think. So showed what we've got, and then it's a petty race too. Didn't go ahead, but obviously have to do what's right for safety and all that. So yeah, race 3. Hopefully do what we should have done yesterday and get a podium, maybe a win. See what happens.
We'll see what happens. Harry, come on, one chair close so I can reach across you. Talk to us about your weekend. What are you hoping to get out of the last race of this weekend?
Well, obviously a podium or a win would be nice, but obviously just getting points to put on the table, that would be nice just to have to go into the next round, because points at the end of the day make prizes. So I'm just looking forward to this next race. Hopefully it's dry, but the wet weather's pretty good for me and Brandon. We've showed our pace at Alton in it, so I think we're pretty good for the rest of the weekend.
Yeah, and also we saw all three of you finish close together, so it's a strong show from KMR this weekend. Thanks very much for chatting to us. I think we've got to pretty much round out the show, so hopefully you go well this afternoon. Chris, that was good to walk up and down the paddock here at Silverstone. Good faces to see, good to chat some people away from the circuit.
Great fun, great fun. Thanks to all the drivers for coming out and meeting the fans. They're going to continue to do so. As you can see, it is busy down at the GB3 and GB4 paddock. Round 6 races to come this afternoon. Thank you to everyone for tuning in to that. Be back with us this afternoon from 3:15 as we build up to round 6 of the GB3 Championship. For now, though, from myself, Chris McCarthy, and Piers Pryor, here from Silverstone, it's goodbye.